Welcome to Creators Corner, a Charlevoix Circle of Arts YouTube series where we highlight a new Michigan-based artist every second Monday of the month. Hello, I am Ebony Amber, host of Creators Corner here at Charlevoix Circle of Arts, and today our special guest is the famous Sue Bolt.
I don't know whether that's true.
You are to me, I tell you. It's a pleasure to be able to interview you for sure. And Sue is an illustrator, painter, and ceramic artist who has work right here in the Circle gift shop. She has also had a solo exhibit at the Circle of Arts in 2017 called Seasons of Sue Bolt. Sue, how long would you say you've been creating art here in Michigan?
Oh, a very long time.
A very long time.
Yeah, I came to Detroit, trying to think, I got out of art school, and my husband was working for General Motors as an automobile designer.
Okay.
And we moved to Detroit. At that time, it was about 1955, I think. Mm-hmm. And we had 3 children. And so I was pretty busy with them, but I had, different jobs. Mm-hmm. I did freelance all the time. And so then when they started to, go out of the nest and something, I taught at the Art Institute in Detroit. I taught at Wayne State University in the printmaking department. Mm-hmm. I taught at the BBAA, which is the Birmingham Art Association. And I did, just tons of workshops and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And then in about 1974, we had bought the Grange Hall about 4 years before that because it was a great building to work in. Mm-hmm. And we decided to move up north. Our middle son was like in the last year of high school. And so we came up here, and our youngest son graduated from the Charlevoix High School. But that's how we ended up here, and we just, did artwork up here. Mm-hmm. And everything, people would ask certain things, and I'd say, yeah, I can do that. Because I could. So that's how it developed.
And were you always creative, or was that something that evolved for you over time?
Oh, I don't know. I think everybody's creative.
Yeah.
I do. And I think that what you do is pick out the things that you really love to do, mm-hmm. and then you go after it.
Yeah, and to say everybody's creative, they might not know that they have that spark.
Right.
Was there somebody in your life that helped you develop that?
Oh, I had fabulous teachers, and I had friends, just wonderful teachers. And in Detroit, when we moved there, I didn't know a soul, because I graduated from the Cleveland Institute of Art.
Okay.
And the art community in the Detroit area just accepted me, so brought me in, told me about shows. We would get together and really get to know each other and help each other out, which is an important thing.
Definitely.
You have to be able to support yourself. Mm-hmm. And it's not something that comes just like that. Mm-hmm. You have to really be able to say, yes, I can do this, and this is what this is going to cost you to do it, mm-hmm. and go from there.
Yeah, and when you graduated college,
mm-hmm.
did you have a specific artistic path? Because you do so many different things now.
Well, I did ceramics, but I also did graphic design, and learned that. And so then I went into graphic design and did the ceramics in Detroit. I met John Foster, who was the head of the CCS, that's Charlevoix, not Charlevoix, but Creative Studies in Detroit. Okay. Mm-hmm. And he was the head of the ceramics department, and he wanted me to, he said, Sue, you can come in and use the equipment and everything. And I had these little kids, and the kids all went with me to school because I didn't even know a babysitter. Wow. And I went from there. That's how the ceramics really developed, because then I bought some of my own equipment and started my own studio there.
What was it like bringing those kids with you to school?
I gave them clay and I told them to be quiet and make something.
So you were that creative influence for them at the time. You
Right,
said,
and Jack
create
loved
or
it.
else.
Because the other kids, that were older, that were in his classes, had to, carry on.
Right.
So that
Yeah.
was it. But
Yeah, it's so interesting to hear about how women had to manage their career and raising children, and how they all figured that out. That's creative in itself, having to manage all those different things. Many of your pieces include angels. Have they?
well, that's always been a subject of mine,
Okay.
even before I came up to Michigan,
Mm-hmm.
and so they've always been a part of what I do.
Mm-hmm.
So
And why is that?
beats me.
Yeah, it's just that's how it comes
Yeah,
to you.
yeah.
Do you feel connection to that sort of spiritual side of life?
I do.
Yeah.
I do feel, I know this is going to sound sappy, but I do feel surrounded by people that are angels that have been a part of my life. And so that's one of the reasons, too, that I do that picture.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to feel that way.
Yeah.
Not only do you paint and sculpt beautiful things, you also work on seasonal scenes, night skies, and landscapes. What would you say is your absolute favorite thing to paint or sculpt?
A lot of figurative work. I do like the seasons. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
I feel they're such a part of our physical being, really. I do. And so I do that a lot. And when it comes around to fall, it just, the colors are going to be gorgeous now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll go into the snow and all that,
Mm-hmm.
So
There's something magical about the change of seasons that sort of goes with your mystical...
well, I don't think I could live in a place that didn't change seasons.
Mm-hmm.
It's really important to me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and do you have a discipline when you work?
most of the times, I've been a little bit slower now because I'm 91, but I like to work in the morning, and then I can work. I work till about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, get to work about 10, and I really do. When I'm working on something, I really am engrossed with it because I do a drawing every day. So, and it always has been my discipline. Because when I got out of art school, they didn't. You got out of art school, so they didn't tell you how to do anything. And so I decided, well, I spent this time and this money. I got scholarships, took them away from somebody else. I am going to use this stuff that I've learned, and I started to make myself, even though I was really busy with other things too, paint and draw one thing a day. And with little kids, you know how that is. But so that's what I did, and I just got into that pattern, and it's just...
And it's stuck.
Yeah. You do have to have discipline. If you're going to really try to create something, you have to have the discipline. To know enough, you have to sit down and do it.
And you certainly have that discipline. I mean, you've done so many different creative projects. I think you even illustrated a children's book.
I illustrated 2 to 3 children's books.
Okay.
But then I've always done other projects for different things. I worked for the Free Press as an illustrator for 10 years. It was when they had lots of money. And but I got to do these neat jobs for them.
Yeah.
Because they had changed the printing process. And so I could do full color illustrations, which were fun to do.
Yeah.
And I have copies of all that stuff.
That's great.
So.
And you've done so many different things, but is there anything you're still wanting to do? Something that you feel like you haven't quite gotten to do yet?
Not really.
No?
I mean, I still work on projects. But I'm slowing down a little bit.
But you feel like you've accomplished every type of artistic expression that you wanted to do?
Well, you never do.
No?
You never. There's always something that's there that you haven't done, and you say, "Oh, I would like to try this and see if this would work." So that's it.
Yeah. So, what do you like to do when you're not creating something?
Take my afternoon nap.
That sounds good to me. I love that. Well, this has been lovely, Sue Bolt. It's been so nice to get to talk with you about your artwork that I so much admire. And if anybody would like to know more about Sue Bolt, we will have that information down below in the description box. But thank you for joining us today, and we hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks again for watching Charlevoix Circle of Arts Creators Corner. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel and hit the bell down below to be notified of our next video premiere. These are 2 easy ways to show Michigan artists just how much we appreciate their contribution to our beautiful state.